friends. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney, and I am so glad you found my little corner of the internet. Over here, we do things like budgeting, cash stuffing, cash budgeting, grocery shopping, cooking, spending money. So if you like any of those things, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below how you're doing. No, truthfully. And if you don't like any of that, well then, bye. It's been fun. Today, friends, we are going to be doing our week 4 paycheck budget for the month of May. So let's dive right in. Alrighty, friends. So we have our first full week of in town. So our local union journeyman wage, $12.55 a week, which is fantastic. Is it exactly what we're going to use to like really hammer down on our debt? No. Just a little backstory for anyone that's new here. My husband just finished his apprenticeship to be a journeyman electrician. He's currently taking a couple of weeks to work in town while he waits on equipment for a job that he will be working out of town at. When he works out of town, he does make about $10 more an hour plus daily per diem. So he's going to be on that job for about 2 years, and we're trying really hard to get our debt paid off in that time frame. Hence why our goal is to have our debt paid off by the end of 2024. Now, that said, we've had some things come up. My car's needed some work. And then with him working in town, we haven't been able to shovel as much as we wanted towards debt. So with our in-town checks, we are going to be a little more conservative and not throw as much at debt. We're just going to kind of do what we've been doing with nothing whole hot extra, especially for the month of June. June is a busy month for us. We've got all kinds of things going on. We are busy every weekend in the month of June. And the whole point of, yes, we are on a debt payoff journey, but we are also living our lives with small children and still wanting to do fun things. We're just doing them reasonably. So I thought I hit record. Apparently I didn't. I did write down our bills, and I was explaining. For anyone that's new here, we are a month ahead. So I set aside $500 every week for our bills. And that includes our rent, our insurance, our 3 vehicle payments, our garbage, and my husband's dues, and then our subscriptions. So I think that's all of it. So basically what it boils down to is $500 a month gives us a slight little buffer, but also covers all of our bills. We do have very inexpensive rent, so we are very fortunate for that. So next we are going to go into 2 of our debts that we are continuously separate from our vehicle payments that we are paying. So our STCU credit card, which is getting $125 every week. And then the city card, which is going to go back up to $300 this week sad news. We took my car in to get it looked at before we start heading on. We have 2 trips that we are taking this in the month of June. So we have tattoo weekend. So there's 2 vlogs coming in June. But we have tattoo weekend, and then we are traveling to Utah to see my brother. So in order to make sure everything's on the up and up, we went and took my car in to get the tires rotated, and come to find out my car needs shocks and brakes and tires. The tires I knew because when we bought them, they're the most annoying, aggressive tread tires. And whoever had the car before me, because I bought my car used, definitely had a very aggressive tread, and they're the most obnoxious, noisy tires that ever were. So they need to be replaced. I'm planning on replacing them this fall. I would like to get a little bit saved up for them, but with a lot of things we have going on, it's probably going to be something we have to put on our Schwab account, which is fine. My goal is to hopefully still be able to pay off our camper in the time frame of needing new tires. Anyway, all of that to say is we did have to put $500, which we're very, very lucky to, number 1, no people, and number 2, sorry guys, I'm going to zoom you in. number one, no people, and number two, my husband is extremely handy and can do the work himself. So what would have been $1,800 worth of work ended up being only $500. So I'm feeling very fortunate. However, we did put that on our city card. So it's a little bit more than I was expecting. So that balance is sitting higher than I want right now. And it is what it is. That's kind of how we're working in our budget. But I know when my husband goes back to out of town, think about it, $10 more an hour, that's a big chunk of change difference. So we're going to have we'll be able to pay that off pretty quick. So we're going to jump down to savings next. Whoa, my pink pen. There it goes. It doesn't want to work. Not my pink pen. We're trying here. It's on its last leg. Christmas always gets $25 a week. Car maintenance. And you might be asking, Courtney, why didn't you use your car maintenance fund? Well, my car maintenance fund, and I will link the video in the corner here that talks about how I figured out what numbers I want to put in each sinking fund, so to speak. My car maintenance fund right now at the moment is going to fund our vehicle tabs and our my husband's little Toyota pickup. We pay for different insurance, and I actually have to pay that soon. So that leaves us with $278.97. And I actually have to pay that soon. But once we get those, because those are all, so we have our camper, my husband's pickup, my car, his Toyota pickup, and the insurance, and they're all due between April and July. So, it's a lot of money to come up with up front. So we started small, and then once we get all those paid, we now have an additional 6 months to save up for things. And then we will also be able to start, shoveling more money in there to actually fund car maintenance things. But that's kind of what we're doing. And then, of course, we'll be able to save enough to cover everything for next year on top of all of that. So anyway, this is a very chatty video. Okay, next we are going to go into our variable expenses. So we've got groceries and Cody's spending. I don't typically give myself any spending because I do stay home. We do not really go anywhere, and oftentimes I don't need anything. If I do get spending money, it's usually because there's something like I absolutely want. I am a shopaholic in recovery, so I am trying very hard to focus more on need versus want. And I also try to sell some things here and there, like some clothes and stuff, to make a little bit of extra money to pay for things I want. I did sell some things and bought some. I'm going to be adding in some new binders and a few other things to the rotation, just to kind of be a little more transparent with things. So anyway, let's go back to our budget. So this week I'm going to do $75 for groceries, and then Cody always gets $20. I was going to do $100 for groceries just because we are coming off a 2-week check. However, I have other goals in mind, and I know I can make this work. We also are planning a Costco trip here soon. So I'll be able to, I did get my refund check from Costco for my being a upgraded member. So that's the one I have to spend at Costco. So that one, I have $200 to do a Costco restock. So we'll probably be doing some proteins and things. Just because my local grocery store hasn't had the best deals. Though they do have London broil on sale this week, and that I am going to go hit up. The other thing is we do have some other areas for the stuff we have coming up that we want to hit and get taken care of. So you are going to see that in my sinking funds, which we are going to dive into now. I am going to scooch down, and then I am going to speed through writing out my sinking funds. So hang tight. Okay, I know there's a shadow in for that. I am sorry, but the sunshine is beautiful, and I'm trying to film during the day versus at night because I keep staying up too late. So I did condense just these 3 down into their respective binders. So family photos. We are trying to finish this challenge quickly. So we are going to do double up, and we are going to put 40 into family photos. We are roughly, here, let me grab my book really quick. We are really close to finishing this challenge, and I know our family photos aren't until July, but I'd love to finish. So as you can see here, we have 7 squares left, and I've got it figured out that I can get this finished by middle of June. So that gives us we'll be finished with this a whole month in advance, which I am very excited about. And then it allows us to start dumping money at other things, like debt, once we get there. And then with our tattoo, which I have to get this one done, we only have 4 spots left, which is also great. And this one comes up way sooner than the other ones. So that's kind of why we're doubling things up, just to make sure they get done. So tattoo is getting $30. And then if you've seen my last or if you saw, oh my heavens, grammatically incorrect there. My English teacher from high school would be kicking me right now. If you saw my last video, you know that we distributed some ones, and so it's giving our 4 envelopes here an odd number. So we are going to add $2 to each of these to even them out. We are going to add in $5 to our chickens. They are doing great. I'm going to insert footage here. They're getting absolutely huge. They are getting absolutely huge. They are now in their own little outside run, if you will, playing with each other and having a great time. So we are probably looking at getting eggs here in the next, well, no, we've got a while. Some of them could lay sooner than later, but we're working on slowly getting them introduced to our current flock of 6. It's a process. It was a process I was not prepared for. So anyway, there are the chickens. Next, we're going to jump down to our holiday binder. So I did want to put more in this, but right now it's just not going to happen. For the next couple weeks, I will be able to beef up once we get some of our savings challenge, those 2 savings challenges finished. We're going to have plenty of time before 4th of July and the fair and all that stuff to get it beefed up. And then I have some other things. So anyway, personal is getting $30, and did I say personal? I meant holiday. Holiday is getting $30, and then you'll see in the cash breakdown how we're breaking that down. Travel for our Utah envelope is getting $60, which is a huge increase from what we have been stuffing. So if you want to know why we're doing that, I will leave that video linked up here. I did do a budget with me for our weekend trip to Utah. So I will leave that up here. And last but not least, my personal binder is getting $10 because I do have a hair appointment coming up in July and also nails that I want to get done. So let's do a quick addition and see where we're at. Voila, 97 cents left. So that does give us a zero-based budget. I do leave the 97 cents as a buffer in my checking account because I just don't want to deal with the change. So 97 to the buffer. And now we are going to do our cash breakdown. So let me turn the page and we will get into that. Holy smokes, my kids are on one today. So if this is real choppy, that is why. They are fighting back left and right. So I think this is the most I have cash stuffed, which I'm very excited about. So 30 bills. And I could do 50s in a couple of these, but I'm not going to because I think we have enough large bills. I'd like to keep some smaller bills for some of these. And then 200. Okay, so cash slip is ready to go to take to the bank. And then you guys will see this in my cash stuffing. I also have a little bit of a surprise in my cash stuffing, which I'm excited for. I had some gifted money that I'm going to do something fun with. So that concludes today's budget. I will be switching to a new budget book come June. I'm still not doing a monthly budget because I'm working on figuring that out, just because we do get paid weekly. So it's just far easier for me to do it weekly. But I'm wondering if I will hit better goals if I start kind of giving myself a monthly budget. Not really sure. I'm gonna test it out, not on camera. But if I can get it down to kind of the science that I like, then I will start posting a monthly budget. But as of right now, that's not in the cards for us here. However, that does conclude today's video. Like I said, stay tuned for our cash stuffing. We've got lots of things coming in the future, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to hang out with us. And if you like today's video, make sure to give it that big old thumbs up. And leave me a comment. Let's have you do, because this one is all hot mess. Let's do this funny face. Leave me that comment if you made it to this point. And I'm about to have to go break up another sibling fight. So one thing new that I want to try at the end of my videos is a tagline. I want to see if I can come up with a tagline. So tell me if it fits, if it feels right. We might have to make up a couple of these just because I don't know how it's going to sit. Anyway, so without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. And remember to always sparkle bright. Bye, guys.